Have you ever felt like you were selling out, that you were giving up a part of yourself for some sort of material gain? Every day you'll see people flock to the local coffee shops before work to grab that caffeine and sugar fix that's going to get them through their day. They'll take a deep breath, square their shoulders, and steel themselves to enter the trenches again, leaving behind whatever part of their person is necessary in order to conform to that job. The artist sells his creativity to draw products for a company catalog. The inventor sells his autonomy in order to work for a corporate lab. The writer sells her imagination to write dry technical copy. The pop musician sells her self-respect for fame and fortune. When you find yourself selling a part of yourself, this is an indication that a part of you is playing the role of the prostitute. Now, before you freak out, let me assure you that the archetype of the prostitute does not necessarily mean that you're standing on the street corner dressed in short spandex or selling your body on Hollywood Boulevard, although it could mean that. Selling one's physical body in exchange for money is what usually comes to mind for people when they hear the term prostitution. There are also people who sell their body for drugs, for food for their children, or to keep a roof over their head, or to keep themselves decked out in fur and diamonds. Think trophy wife. And it goes even deeper from there. From the soul's perspective, your body is not limited to your physical form. You have a mental body, an emotional body, and several layers of spiritual body, all overlapping your physical form at the energetic level. Emotional prostitution could be as simple as hating your job, but selling out your feelings in favor of a six-figure salary, good benefits, or a decent 401k. It could be obvious, like staying in a loveless relationship for the sake of the children, or it could be very subtle and sneaky, like holding back words to keep the peace when the in-laws are visiting. Mental prostitution could be selling out your brain, your values, or your beliefs. The college graduate who's making minimum wage flipping burgers. The environmentalist who's working for a company that's involved in creating heavy pollution. The intelligent person who commits tax fraud for personal gain. Spiritual prostitution could be ignoring the will of your soul in order to conform, to appear socially acceptable, or to keep up with the Joneses. Spiritual prostitution often appears in the form of fear. Fear of failure, fear of growing, fear of change. People sell out spiritually all the time in favor of staying in their small, safe, secure little comfort zone. In my own life, I discovered that I was acting the role of the prostitute in both of my marriages, selling out physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, out of fear of losing financial support for myself and my children. At some point, I withheld sex because I had some sort of inner boundary about physical intimacy without the emotional connection. But it took me a long time to actually leave those relationships. I also prostituted myself mentally for many years by holding low-paying jobs that I was overqualified to do, while avoiding doing the work of my soul. For me, my path just felt too scary. I did my healing and my spiritual counseling on the side, usually for free, until I became so ill, so broke, so drained and depleted that I finally was able to surrender to following my soul's guidance. Is there any area in your life where you've been playing the role of the prostitute? And if so, how's that been going for you? Be willing to look at yourself deeply. If this feels very challenging for you, see if you can find any feelings of resentment in your body. If there isn't resentment, it may be a softer feeling, such as feelings of disappointment in yourself or maybe resignation. Personally, I found resentment, sometimes deeply hidden, wrapped around every single instance where I'd been selling myself short. Carolyn Myss, author of Sacred Contracts, says that every human being holds the archetype of the prostitute and that we are all acting out this pattern in some way or another. Fortunately, once you discover where in your own life you've been selling yourself out, it's just a matter of becoming committed to your whole self. Say, I am now fully committed to my whole self. I now honor each and every aspect of my being. Action step. Drop the role of the prostitute and begin to honor every aspect of yourself as valuable and worthy of healthy expression. Declaration. I am now dropping the role of the prostitute. From here on, I say no to selling out or settling out of fear. Each and every part of myself is worthy of being honored, acknowledged, and respected, including my body, my feelings, my beliefs, and my soul. I am now fully committed to my whole self on every level of being. Many blessings of joy and vibrant freedom.